Over 2 years after Game of Thrones ended its 8-season run, HBO has finally given fans a teaser trailer for its first Throne spin-off, House of the Dragon. Set around 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon will tell the story of the infamous Targaryen civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons. With a massive ensemble cast and familiar medieval setting, the series promises to fill the violent, fantasy political thriller. But that doesn't mean House of the Dragon will be more of the same. In fact, the first House of the Dragon trailer reveals one major difference between the spin-off and Game of Thrones. Our first look, narrated by Matt Smith's Daemon Targaryen, a name you'll want to remember, the first trailer for House of the Dragon is very much a teaser. There aren't any lines of dialogue outside of Smith's central narration. The trailer's visuals are comprised mainly of brief shots of the show's various important figures as well as fleeting moments of violence and tension. The House Targaryen symbol is also all over the trailer, though there aren't any, still living, dragons anywhere in it. Everything culminates, however, with a brief but exciting look at the show's version of the Iron Throne. With melted swords lining the floor around the throne like a pit of spikes, it's a strikingly different take on the throne than the one seen in Game of Thrones, but one that feels much more in line with author George R.R. Martin's original design for it. The Iron Throne as seen in the first House of the Dragon trailer. Dragons and Kings, in the books, and in Game of Thrones, the Iron Throne is said to have been built out of 1,000 swords taken from Aegon the Conqueror's enemies, which were melted down and forged together. However, the version of the throne in Game of Thrones is far tidier than the one described in the books. As described by Martin himself, the throne is supposed to be a hunched beast looming over the throne room, ugly and asymmetric, with iron steps leading up to a seat that sits high above the ground.